Welcome, welcome, and thank those, my soldiers and soldierettes. Thank you and welcome to another EBX discussion. And I give honor to my ancestors. I give honor, I honor thy brother, I honor thy family. And may those in my family and your family that has passed or transitioned, may they rest in peace and in power. And I always call down protection from that great, great creator for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy or energy. And it's good to take solitude. It's good to take moments to ourselves so we can get to know ourselves. So we'll be able to be aware of people, places, and things. As I always say, treat life like a noun. Always go over, above, and beyond when it comes to our thinking and learning from our experiences that we go through in everyday life. And one thing I want to bring to my brothers and sisters, we are only truly alive when we are connecting and connected to that divine and connected to each other. And I'm going to get into that. But taking time to ourselves will help us to learn ourselves a lot better and be more aware of the world, especially when you're connected to that divine. And we have to go through the humiliations, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, as I always say, the struggles. Can't be worried about what people think, how individuals feel. As long as you're right within, it always matters. It always starts with the heart, my brothers and my sisters. Because when we are truly connected to that divine, and we have those moments where things are going right and we are doing the right thing. We all have little battles that we fight. But the more we stay, as a lot of us say, the more we stay within oneself, we'll be able to conquer any challenge that comes our way. And there's no such thing as doubt. And it's not about being hard, being tough, or a gangster. Of course, this life will shape us and make us tough. But what I always say, ladies and gentlemen, it's about being true to oneself. And we're going to have few words here of definition. We're going to talk about connecting. We're going to talk about higher power. And we're going to talk about deity. And these are three words that I'm going to touch on. And the first one is going to be connecting. And it's a wonderful thing. My brothers, my sisters. No, it's not easy for us. But as you hear a lot of us teachers say, can't help those that can't help themselves. That's the only way that we'll ever connect, my brothers and my sisters, whether it's friendship, relationships, familyship. We have to respect each other's challenges and respect each other's ways of doing things. As long as we're righteous and no one's being malice and being evil, and it's always great, good things coming from the heart. Even in the most challenging times, when you're good within, everything always works out for the best. And we're going to start with connecting. Connecting, joining or linking things together, especially so as to provide access and communication. That's why it's good to meditate and take moments to ourselves, my soldiers and soldierettes, so we can connect and we can communicate with that inner so we can deal with the outer. Sometimes it depends on the situation and, the individual, how long it takes to meditate and stay in solitude for a little while. Me, sometimes it takes a while, because I have to, we have to be strict with ourselves. Sometimes I might think a little too much sometimes. So we have to watch it. We make sure we don't think too much, but stay connected. If you know what I mean. And we got to stay joining and we got to stay linking. So, and this goes with the psyche, the spirit, the body. I always say the body follows the mind. Always got to study that psyche on the daily. It is very, very important because we're living in the internet age and keeps you have to watch how we have to regulate our internet time And this is for me, just a little advice I'm putting out there, because we don't make sure we don't get lost in that. And and remember what started a lot of us on this walk to begin with. We use it as a tool, but don't let it consume us. And that's but when we stay connected, we'll use it for good things. But a lot of us know this. But again, like I always say, there's always those that are just starting. And I'll say it one more time: don't let all this media, this world, and distractions. You observe, but don't absorb, especially the negative things and things that can keep you in a low vibration. Stay connected. So that's what I mean by connecting and joining and linking and staying with that higher power. And he'll stay with you. He's always been with us. Remember, he's brought us through everything. So let's talk about higher power. A power that's greater than ourselves. A supreme being or deity or other conceptions of God. And to me, there's only one creator, one higher power, and we have Mother Nature. But unfortunately, the way this world is and designed, a lot of us know, or I ain't gonna say no, a lot of us believe in different things. But when you think about it, at the end of the day, everybody is searching. I always say this: everybody is searching for that ultimate inner peace. When it comes down to it, no matter the channels we take, the roads we take, those that are righteous, most of us, we just want that inner peace, and that's what that higher power is all about. Something that's greater than ourselves, something that none of us can see, but we can feel, a deity. And that's the higher power, in my opinion, that we should go to. Because what I say, that higher power consists of what? 3 forces: greater creator, Mother Nature, and the universe. There is nothing above that. So if you're righteous within and you're on a golden walk and you're seeking to do powerful things and you have that burning desire in you to lift and raise, that's the higher power you stick with. That higher power that's brought you through every challenge and still taking you through challenges and keeping you aware and giving you the teachings and the power to help those that's connected to you in any way that we can, even in ways that some individuals won't understand. But when you're led by that higher power, you're led by where he takes you, as long as it's righteous and you got good within. Got to keep that good within. That's why it's called higher power. It's not called lower power. It's a supreme being. It's our higher self. Something that's bigger than us. Like I said, something we can't see, something we can only feel. Sometimes we don't understand, but we have to stick with it, because it's far and few of us righteous brothers and sisters out there. That's why it's important to stick with that higher power and go into it and look up things and go deeper, and it help elevate our minds. The much as we can much as we can, tackle that brain, tackle that psyche, work on our body, watch those things that hide in our body and like to fester. That's why we have to keep our guard up and stay spiritually protected and strong at all times, even when others don't understand, but they will in the end, because when you got right within, everything will always work out for the best. And we're going to talk about deity, divine status, quality, or nature. And I like that. That sounds good. So we can be a divine deity, having a divine status. It's that sounds so good. Having good qualities, having the spirit of nature in us. And this takes practicing and studying and researching and opening up our minds and receiving and overstand the little things. We have to sometimes detach our brain from our body, and really go into our body and really study and see what makes it tick, the human side of us. and really get to know oneself. And the body and the mind and the spirit, it's an amazing place. It's an amazing thing because it's something that you would never stop learning. You will always learning your body. You can be your best teacher if you pay attention to yourself. And that's when you are truly, the only time we are truly alive, when we are connected spiritually, mentally, and of course, physically. Because again, I'll say the body always follows the mind. Even in the mix of our challenges, and sometimes we'll come into situations, people, places, or things that don't overstand us. But if you're right within, stick with it. Stick with it. Stay on that righteous path. You'll hear me say this a lot. If you're righteous, you're on the right path. Because that's the only time that we start living, is when we are connecting, and with each other too. But like I said, if we got good in our heart and we have great things within, everything will work out for the best. And that's for my brothers, my sisters, my family, my children, their mothers, anyone righteous that I come in contact with. One has to know one heart, because one can't hide, because the universe knows what we have in our heart. And I always say, the universe, that force, Mother Nature, that great creator, will pull out what we have inside, whether it's good or bad. So that's another important reason why we should always connect to that divine, even in our down times, even in our challenging times, even in times that sometimes we don't understand when we come into this new power. But with great power comes great accountability. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's true. Because when you with that higher power, he don't play no games. Mother Nature, the universe, that force will not play with us and will convict us every time we even think about getting off track. Because like I've said in podcasts and videos, that higher power is something I'm coming to learn. I'm sure a lot of my brothers and sisters come to this point. Holds us to a high standard. That force, that universe, that greater creator holds us to a high standard. So that's why the convictions come in. That's why we get certain thoughts and have certain dreams and certain things happen. Because that higher power doesn't play no games. So if you want to truly live in this life, study yourself, research, listen as much as we can. We go in our solitude, but we come out of our solitude and let those know that we love them. And the things that we do, those that have a high vibration, everything we do is a cause behind it. It's integrity behind it. And those that don't understand now, they will in the end, because a lot of us soldiers and soldierettes out here salute. We have right within, because we are truly alive. I mean, the only time that we are alive is when we are connecting to that divine and that greater, higher power. Greater creator, the universe, and Mother Nature. That's when we are truly alive, when we are connected to those forces. And this is not easy to do. It's always challenges, but stay with it, because the blessings is all around us. All we gotta do is just open up our eyes and see it, and our spirit will grab it and hold it. And the greater things that we keep inside and keep evolving, those that on the outside that are connected to us, they will get your blessings too. But those have to be ready to receive. My brothers, sisters, and this is for myself too. Those just beginning on this walk. We have to be accountable for our actions and our mistakes, and learn to connect. And I'm talking in friendships, relationships, family. If we're not connecting, there's going to be a disconnection. So again, we're only truly alive when we are connecting. I mean, really connecting with one another, brother or sister, family, and to that greater, higher power. And that's when things will be in alignment and everything will come back into fruition when we are alive and connected. And that's my real thought. That's my positive thought. Connecting, joining, or linking things together, especially so as to provide access and communication. Because when we provide access to that higher power, there's nothing that we can do. And he'll take us so many places. He'll show us why we don't understand things and why different things happen. But we got to stay right within, which is not easy sometimes. That's why we study ourselves on the daily and be that divine status. You know, I always say, a lot of us, we always say this, we're not perfect, but we can damn sure have perfect intentions. And again, I'll say, stay alive out there. Keep connecting to that higher power. And that higher power will connect to us. And many of us have experienced this. And if you're just coming into this walk, you will. Don't back up from it if you're righteous within. And that's my thought. And I give honor and I thank those for coming in to another EBX discussion. Always express oneself and always get it out. I don't care if it is just speaking on YouTube. Get it out of you. It's better out than in. That's when we're truly alive. Remember, that's how you connect. You speak out to that higher power, and he'll speak back, and he'll tell us where to go, what to do, and when to do what we need to do. So I give honor to your family, my family, that everything we touch turn to gold. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes. Salute, brothers and sisters. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. One.